I'm Carl with Haunt 365, and today we're going to be unboxing and setting up the Trickster Trio from Home Depot. These guys are brand new for 2024, so we're going to take a look and see if it's worth the hype. But before we get started, let's take a look at the box dimensions and make sure that it'll fit in your vehicle. The box dimensions are 47 inches wide by 24¼ inches tall by 19½ inches deep. Now that we've taken a look at the dimensions, let's open this guy up and see what we got. So the first thing you're going to notice is most of these guys are already put together, which is kind of nuts. Kind of makes sense why the box was so big. So here you've got what they're calling the red and white clown labeled G. As you can see, he's pretty tall. This guy's got to be 3 foot tall. This red and white clown is about 3 foot 10 inches. So this guy's already kind of big. One thing I don't know if you noticed, he's missing a hand. So the hand that has the mallet, that's this guy. So the mallet, that's going to go on later, but this guy's labeled G. Now here we have the purple and yellow clown. He's labeled E. He's about the same height as that red and white clown. Then we've got the red and black clown. He's labeled D. Same thing. He's about the same height as the other two. Mallet and the hand were already together when I opened the box. So the hand and arm is labeled F, and the mallet here is labeled H. Then we got the base support, it's labeled C, the right base extension labeled A, and the left base extension labeled B. We've got the ground stakes labeled J, the cotter pin labeled I, and the AC/DC adapter and cable labeled K. For the price of $199, I think that is an absolute steal for the fact that you're getting 3 different props. So now that we got all the parts and pieces out of the box, let's lay them out and take a look. So first what we're going to do is we're going to stack these guys up, which about is the height of my ceiling in here, so I'm hoping that it's going to work. All right, so we're going to start off with the base support. It's labeled C. What we're going to do is take the right base extension labeled A and the left base extension labeled B. What we're going to do is we're going to click lock these in so that the base is a lot wider than it is right now. And just so you know, there are stickers labeled front and back. That way you know which way is the front and the back. So next you're going to take the red and black clown. He's labeled D. As you can see on the bottom of his feet, you've got some poles. Those poles are going to go right here. You can see kind of how they stick out here on the base. And that's what he's going to sit into. I don't see any click locks or anything. He just kind of sets into that. So next it calls for the purple and yellow clown. There is a pole in the back of this red and black clown, like by his neck, kind of sticking up. And there's a pole right here in his bum that's got a click lock here. So you're gonna set this in the back, like set this on his back shoulders. Like I said, he's got a little pole sticking out of the back of his shoulders. You're gonna click lock this guy on. So now we got the red and white clown. First thing it says it wants us to do is it wants to put the arm that's missing on there and attach that. Don't forget the arm is labeled F. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just slide this arm up the sleeve here, just so you can see what I'm talking about. You've got this right here, and you've got these hooks right here are gonna fall right into this for the arm. So once the arm is attached, you actually wanna lock that arm with this little cotter pin that came with it. Yellow and purple clown actually has a pole sticking out of his neck, just like the bottom clown. Similar to the yellow and purple clown, you got a pole sticking out his bum. So we're gonna go and set this guy on top and click him in with the click locks. Oh, that is close. I don't think that gets any closer up in the ceiling. So next it says you want to install the AC adapter and cable. It comes like this, so you want to screw this cable like this. Just like so. And then I'm assuming that this is going to hook onto the bottom clown and that each clown has one of these hookups. You've got to dig deep, but there's 2 cords in the back of the lower clown that kind of were sticking downwards. So you got to pull those out. And each of these 2 clowns has a cord that comes out of it that hooks up. All right, so first impression, these guys are awesome. The fact that you're getting 3 props for basically the price of 1. I mean, $199, this is dirt cheap in comparison to some of these props out there. So let's plug this guy in and see what he does.
Look, there's a trick-or-treater right there.
Kind of nice to have the eyes just lit up like that when it's not actually doing the motions and talking and whatnot, because it kind of adds a little bit to the room, I think. So these guys are pretty cool looking. The fact that you're getting 3 props for the price of 1, I think is worth its weight in gold. One of the things that I noticed that I'm not really a huge fan of is this red and white clown's jaw. Like, you can see this inside of his mouth when he talks almost too much. So it's the other 2, you can't really tell. It doesn't look the same. But here you just see that, and it just, I think with him being at the top, it just kind of looks kind of goofy, but it is what it is. Maybe if it was painted black or something, maybe it wouldn't be as noticeable. You can tell too, this guy is tall. Like, he's literally, it's as tall as the ceiling here in my living room. So, I mean, that's pretty cool in itself. So this thing also comes with 3 phrases that these guys say. So let's take a look at those phrases right now.
It's a perfect night for some serious pranks. Hey, Candy, both of you quiet down. Don't make me whack you again. We need to find some trick-or-treaters and steal their delicious candy. Ah, yes. The sound of screaming children is like music to my ears. I like the sound of the candy wrappers opening. Shut up! Look, there's a trick-or-treater right there. Give us your candy now! Knock, knock. Who's there? Hush. Enough jokes. Philip. Philip who? Philip my bag with candy. That's pretty funny. But hitting people with my mallet is funnier. How about some tricks and treats? Roses are red. The violets are blue. Your phone is smart. So why are you?
All right, so let's take these guys down and see what they look like individually when they're on their own. So that was actually super easy to take them apart if you want them individually. It's not a whole big to-do. It's actually super easy. So we've got all 3 of them lit up. I think this is the one with the sensor, maybe? No? They're just all lit up now. Actually, so that's kind of nice. I don't know what I clicked to do that, but I guess you can do that. Let's take a look back here and see what... Oh, lights only. Haha. So, okay, you can do the lights only. So there you have it, the Trickster Trio from Home Depot. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, make sure that you smash that subscribe button. Also, let's hear it in the comments. What are your thoughts on these guys? What do you plan on doing with them? And do you plan on having them stacked, or do you want them individual? What are your thoughts on that? So until next time, stay spooky, my friends. Cheers.